Hey everybody, it's me, Evelyn, and I got a request on how to do my I Loved You Yesterday Differently tutorial. So this is what I'm talking about. It was supposed to have on my Asian fanfiction site, and someone requested me on how I made it. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys now. It's not gonna come out the same way because I didn't save this PSD. I just did it on a whim and saved it, and I posted it on my Tumblr. Done. So let's go ahead and get into it. So you're gonna go ahead and, you like my background? So beautiful, huh? So you're gonna go ahead and open up Photoshop or whatever photo editor you use, and I have Hyun-a, Hyun. You're gonna go to File, New, and you're gonna make a new document. And the document's gonna be whatever size you want. Mine is 450 by 550. Resolution 72. Now I'm going to drag over Hyun-a's image first. You can Control A, Control C, click the new image, Control V to paste. Control T to transform. I know. And then you're going to scale it down. Scale it down to about 55%, and I'm going to move it like so. And then I'm going to drag over Junhyung's image. And I'm going to scale him down and lower his opacity. I'm going to make him so he's like around this area down here. So I'm just going to Control T and holding Shift this time, I'm just going to scale him down like that. And I want him to kind of be right around this area here. So, and he's much more smaller than Hyun-a because it's just like a really random poster that I did. So now that we're in here, we're going to set Junhyung's layer to lighten. And that's how it's going to look. But first of all, you're going to want to go ahead and kind of erase around him. First of all, you can set it to any thing possible to see where you need to delete to make it look right. Right now I have it on multiply, which is fine. I'm going to go to layer mask, and reveal all. And then on my layer mask, I'm going to use my round brush tool and have a pen tablet, and it's just going to help me erase around it more simpler. So I'm just clicking my brushes, and I'm just going to go ahead and tap this hard one here. I'm just going to scale down my brush size just so I can get around the edges more simple, like so. And it's just going to let me kind of delete what is around Hyun-a, because I kind of want him to blend into her, so I'm just not going to delete what's on her body. I'm just going to delete what's kind of in the way and what's soft edged or hard edged, like the lines of the poster. Something like so. Then of course I'm going to do it up here where the hands are. So I'm just lower my brush size, and I'm just going to kind of go in here. You can use your lasso tool or a soft brush to get this effect as well. But I just have this tablet here that my sister uses to draw, and I decided to go ahead and use it and help me delete what I don't need. Now the finger here, I need those to appear because they're on her jacket here. So I'm just going to go ahead and delete all of this here. And this is the blending part of the tutorial. So now that I have that done, I'm just going to go ahead and go to normal. And I'm just going to continue to delete what I don't need. Like so. As you can see, I'm going to kind of cut around Junhyung's hat here. And if you have if you're good with the lasso tool, this is easier too for you guys. So kind of shape around the hair, because we're gonna have to delete all this here because it's going to be we're gonna set this image mode onto lighten or screen, and of course white on white appears more than anything when it's on screen because it usually brings up the white mode. You can kind of delete inside here too because this is the background that he was on, like the couch he was sitting on. And if you hear these weird noises in the background, don't mind it. It's the next door neighbors. They are doing construction and they're really loud. So I'm just going ahead and just getting the edges that I no longer need. I have to fix that edge up here, and deleting this here, and I'm going to come down and delete that right there. And I'm going to get my fluffy brush, and I'm going to fade that end out right there, so it doesn't really matter that that's harsh right now. Okay, so now that this is done, I'm going to lower my brush size again. And I'm just going to come in. Oopsie. I'm going to zoom in closer so I can get a good look at this here. And I'm just going to go ahead and just erase around here. And on your layer mask, you are just going to want to use black. I should have said that in the beginning. You're going to want to use black to paint on the white canvas to delete. And then you're going to use white to paint on the white canvas, or if it's black by now, to bring back color that you have taken out by accident, or you just decide to return the color back to the image or whatever you deleted. So right here I'm just going to go ahead and just erase some of the white in the hair like so. I'm going to kind of bring it down a bit. As you notice from my other poster, I kind of had this fluffed out like a little wave here. So I'm just going to continue with that. I'm just going to let it sit out like that. And I'm just going to come in and just delete what I want to delete. Coming in, fixing the hand a bit, and coming down here, and then I'm going to go ahead and erase all of this in here. So once I'm done, as you can see, I can't delete too much of the arm here, so I'm gonna bring back the white and bring it back in like so. Okay guys, so this is done. I'm gonna go ahead and use my mouse tool and my mouse. I'm gonna get a round fluffy brush and I'm going to fade in the edges right here of Hyun-a. So of course, using black, I'm just going to fade it in like so. Not really his arm, but just the lower parts here, just to blend it in more, and then a little bit up here, just to fade it in. Now I'm going to go ahead and add a new layer underneath him. Holding control, clicking on the layer mask selection, you'll get this little weird thing here. I'm going to go ahead and fill it in with black, and see the rest of it goes black instead. So I'm going to go to having it selected, kind of inverse selection, and then paint it black. And as you can see, it's a weird black here. So if that doesn't look good, you can always just do it your own way. We should deselect because we're going to set Hyun-a to lighten, like I said earlier. And if you cut out, it's fine, you don't have to. But lighten for me kind of blends him in with the background of Hyun-a too. So I'm just going to go ahead and just going to paint in some black just to bring in him a little bit more, kind of like so. Because we're going to desaturate him anyways, it really doesn't matter. But yeah. Okay, so now that that's done, we're going to desaturate Hyun-a. So I'm going down here to black and white, circle gradient map, and I'm going to do a black and white gradient map. I'm going to bring the back over more, and I'm going to set this to a darker gray so that it blends in with Hyun-a. And then I'm just going to hold Alt and just make it select to Hyun-a's layer, which is called a clipping mask. And if the gray is too gray, I'm going to change it by pressing it and clicking it on one of Hyun-a's colors like so. Just trying to make them match more. As you can see, if I touch any colors around, you'll see the difference. So I have this here, and it's not the best, but it's simple. So I'm going to stop the video and come back on part 2, which is textures. So I'll see you guys there. Bye.